Hey y'all, what's up? It's me, LeChalkboard. Welcome back to yet another episode of Let's Play Skyrim Special Edition. We're on episode 5 now, which is kind of cool. And in the last episode, in case you missed it, well, first of all, we got attacked by hired thugs and then possibly debunked the theory as to why. I'm still interested to know what your thoughts are on the theory of why we got attacked by those hired thugs at the beginning of the last episode, but anyway, we reported to the Jarl of Whiterun, and then a dragon attacked right outside of Whiterun, and needless to say, we have defeated the dragon. So let's go ahead and jump right into things so that we can finish this off, this part of the main quest off. Dragon Rising. A dragon was sighted at a watchtower near Whiterun. Jarl Balgruuf sent me along with his housecarl Irileth with reinforcements. The dragon attacked us and we killed it. When I approached the dragon's corpse, I absorbed some kind of power from it. I should return to Whiterun and tell the Jarl what happened. Our objective is to report back to Jarl Balgruuf, so I think we should do that. And in case you missed it at the end of the last episode, and in case you've never played Skyrim before, what we got was well, if I could get the right menu, what we got was a shout called Unrelenting Force, and we learned the first word of that shout in Bleak Falls Barrow, and now we've absorbed the dragon soul so that we could actually use that word. Your voice is raw power, pushing aside anything or anyone who stands in your path. So, I haven't favorited it yet, so let's go ahead and do that, and then it is equipped, and this is what it does. Let's shoot it straight at the moon.
Foos!
Yep, that's what it does, and if there was somebody standing in our path, it would have completely blown them away. So, now we must report back to Jarl Balgruuf. I wonder, let's fast travel. Alright, I'm hitting X and it won't show it to me on the map. I wonder if it would let us fast travel if we... Oh, okay, so we can't fast travel back to Dragon's Reach, but I think we can fast travel to Whiterun. So let's go ahead and do that. Speed things up just a little bit. You know, I think it's interesting that there are people who actually play this game and they don't fast travel. They completely immerse themselves into the role-playing aspect of it. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm not one of those people. I'm a little bit too impatient, but... Oh my gosh, so many things happening.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go. This is not over.
Okay.
You there. We're looking for
So
someone
many
in
things
Whiterun.
happening.
We'll pay good money for information.
Who are you looking for?
A woman, a foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She's likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun, so we will be in Ivarstead if you learn anything.
Why are you looking for this person?
It's none of your concern. All you need to know is that we're paying for information. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away.
Alright, so
She cannot hide from us
lots of
forever.
things happen at one time. First of all, we got a letter from a courier. Let's go ahead and check out what that says. Letter from a friend. Sirvanya Stormbinder, you caused a bit of a stir in the Western Watchtower when you demonstrated the power of your Thuum. Not everyone is anxious for the return of the Dragonborn. I, for one, desire to see you grow and develop in your talents. Skyrim needs a true hero these days. You should turn your attention to Sheerpoint. I understand it holds a mysterious source of power that can only be unlocked by the Dragonborn. Sincerely, a friend. Very interesting, and of course if you've played Skyrim before, you know exactly what that word of power is. Jeez, sorry, I should have muted my microphone for that because I felt it coming, but anyway. If you've never played Skyrim before, we'll go investigate that one at some point, and you'll find out exactly what the source of power is at Sheerpoint. I believe the locations of these are not random exactly, but which one it says in the letter is random, so that's kind of cool. Next thing that happened is we got a new quest, which I wish it gave you the option of whether or not you actually wanted to receive this quest. Like, you don't get a choice, he kind of just ambushes you. But that's okay. In my time of need, a group of men calling themselves the Alakir are looking for a Redguard woman in Whiterun. And we have to find the Redguard woman. We'll do that at some point. But right now we have bigger fish to fry because in case you didn't hear it, while the courier was speaking to us, we heard a very loud boom in the sky. And we're not entirely sure what that is yet, but it sounded something like the word Dovahkiin. Wonder what that is. I'm not entirely sure. I guess we're going to find out at some point pretty soon. But for now, we have a job, and that is to go to the Jarl of Whiterun and tell him about the dragon. I would imagine that the reason we couldn't travel to Dragon's Reach is A, so that we could hear that. You have to be outside to hear that shout thing that just happened. And I would imagine that they just didn't want you to fast travel here and go inside before you can hear it because there's dialogue related to it. And I guess they also wanted you to see the Alakir warriors, although I thought that happened a little bit later, but that's okay. That's perfectly all right. Let's go talk to Jarl Balgruuf and see what he has to say.
You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
You heard the summons. What else could it mean?
The Greybeards.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there?
The watchtower was destroyed, but we killed the dragon.
I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must be more to it than that.
When the dragon died, I absorbed some kind of power from it.
So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you.
The Greybeards?
Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world.
What do these Greybeards want with me?
The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice. The ability to focus your vital essence into a thume or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Rangar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as she may be, I don't see any signs of her being this...
Or maybe
what,
Imperial, I'm not
dragon
entirely
thing.
sure.
Nord nonsense? Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Hrongar, don't be so hard on Avenici.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with her?
That's the Greybeard's business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you, you know, to climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place, very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder that the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn. Back to business, Proventus. We still have a city to defend.
Yes, my lord.
All right. So, we've now learned a little bit more about what Dragonborn is. Somebody who can shout, a thum. I don't know if that really was explained all that well, but we'll definitely learn more about that. But what we did learn is that very loud shout that we heard outside was the Greybeards, the mysterious Greybeards who live in High Hrothgar, calling to us. They are summoning us. Now the question is, how would our girl Ciri here feel about just being summoned like that? You know what I'm saying? Would she really just be okay with being summoned like this? She's an independent woman, but I think she is extremely curious about this strange power that she now seems to have. So I think that she would definitely at least go and see what they're all about. In case you didn't notice, when he named us Thane, that's another thing that happened, by the way, he also gave us the Axe of Whiterun, which looks like this. It's just a regular axe. I don't think it's a unique design compared to other war axes. I kind of wish they had done something a little more with it, but I could be wrong. That the little swirlies and stuff up there might be unique. But anyway, it's just an axe that does 10 points of magicka damage. I've never really used this because it's a two-handed weapon, or is it? Oh no, it's a one-handed weapon, but I've always favored swords over daggers, so I never really use it, but I usually do display it in my house, so we'll definitely keep it. While we're here, let's go ahead and see if there is anything that we can disenchant. I don't think there is anything that we're not using that we can disenchant. Also, I don't really love that these arrows are on my back when we're not really using archery, so I'm just going to unequip those. So yes, now we have a new task before us. That is the Way of the Voice. The Greybeards have summoned me to their monastery of High Hrothgar on the slopes of the Throat of the World. They seem to have learned of the mysterious power that I gained when I killed the dragon outside Whiterun. So we are going to have to make that journey. I think we are. Normally I hold off on this a little bit. I usually go ahead and knock out in my time of need, and if I have any little miscellaneous quests, I kind of get those knocked out. But I think we are just going to go ahead and knock this one out, get some stuff in the main quest started in this episode, maybe the next 1 or 2 episodes, and then we're going to move on and have a little bit more choice in what we do. But we will go ahead and start making our way to High Hrothgar, I think, in this episode. And this
Jarl
is Lydia.
has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you.
I'm a Thane. What does that mean?
The Jarl has recognized you as a person of great importance in the Hold. A hero. The title of Thane is an honor, a gift for your service. Guards will know to look the other way if you tell them who you are.
I love how they're like blatantly talking about how the bureaucratic system is corrupt. Like, oh, you have this important title, now you can do whatever you want and the guards will look the other way. Like, do you really need to announce that your government is corrupt? I mean, I wouldn't be my personal choice. I would have been a little more hush-hush about that, but or let the player character figure it out on their own, but you know what? That's okay. Let's go through her other dialogue options. So, what does the housecarl do?
As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life.
All right. I'm halfway tempted to go ahead and have her as a follower because, you know, she's kind of funny. She's a little sassy. Like, Lydia, I think it's pretty well known that Lydia is she's just kind of fun to have as a follower or really annoying. But as I've mentioned several times before, I really don't like companions I just don't really like them. I think that they slow you down a lot. They're kind of annoying. It's just not really my thing. So I don't think we're gonna have one unless we have to have one, at least not at this point. Since we're getting ready to go to High Hrothgar, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know, it's a really long trek.
Let me know if you want anything.
So we're gonna go ahead and sleep to get a well-rested bonus, and then we're gonna sell a bunch of stuff. I'll do that part off camera, and then we will start making our journey. So
sure thing. It's yours
we'll
for a
rent
day.
a room.
I'll show you to your room.
By the way, I think that you can sleep in this room even if you don't buy the bed, but buying the bed, let's sleep till like 10 a.m. But when you buy it, it gives you the well-rested bonus as opposed to the rested bonus.
Let me know if there's
the well-rested, like see in the top, it says you awaken feeling well-rested, and that's an active effect, which gives you 10% improvement to your skills for 8 hours. I think the regular rested bonus only gives you like 5% or something like that. So it's always good to just spend the 10 gold and buy the bed before, until you have an actual house. Or something like that, or until you actually own a house with a bed. But yes, let's go ahead and sell some stuff. We are actually going to start by getting rid of any weapons and armor, so we are going to do that by talking to... Is this the courier? Hey,
nope. Sorry.
Bro?
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I like to start by getting rid of weapons and armor. I said I was going to show this off camera, but we really don't have that much, so I'll just show you my process. We'll keep that. Let's get rid of these 3 hunting bows. The iron greatsword, the iron swords, the steel daggers. Let's go ahead and get rid of these fur boots, hide helmet, hide shields, armor, all this armor. I think this torturer's hood might be unique, so we're gonna go ahead and keep that. Let's go ahead and get rid of all of this stuff and that, these 2. Anything else? No, I don't think so. And then next I go to the general store, which is up here on the corner, Bellathor's general store. I'm not entirely sure if Bellathor is essential. If he is not, then I think at one point or another we're gonna come back in here and slaughter this guy. I hate him.
Holler if you have any questions.
He's really annoying.
Everything's for sale, my friend. Everything. If I had a sister, I'd sell her in a second.
Like, see what I mean? First of all, once again, I see you, Mercer Frey. Second of all, he just says stuff like that, and
Trinkets,
it just makes my skin crawl. I don't like him. I do take advantage of his oh shoot, I meant to buy the lockpicks, whatever. 450. I just wasted 454 gold on a mammoth tusk. Well, it's fine. I'm going to make it all back. I know you can keep the dragon bones and scales to make armor and stuff. We'll worry about that later. I will be getting plenty of stuff for that if I really decide that I want to do that. But honestly, I really don't want to. So any other things that I can give him? No. That's all I really had to sell. So that just about completes that. Next, what we're going to do is go ahead and start making our way to High Hrothgar. Let's listen in on this conversation.
Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
I work with my mother.
And what of my son?
It's fun most.
What of Thorold? Is he nothing? So don't talk to me about suffering.
Your son chose his side, and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
I will never accept his death. My son still lives. I feel it in my heart. So tell me, Battleborns, where is he? Where are you holding my Thorold?
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you.
Do you believe this
Even
old
if you are my ally.
I'll be sure to bring some back.
Holding him? Why, I've got him in my cellar. He's my prisoner. Face it, Cowl. Your stupid son is dead. He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
Come on, Father. There's nothing more to be said here.
All I can think about is my son, my Thorold. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive.
Okay, well that was an intense little conversation that we heard there between a Battleborn and a Grey Mane. That just, I think in the last episode we saw a little bit, wait, no, sorry, I was trying to go to the map. Yeah, that was an intense little spat that we heard there. That is a quest you can start. I'm not going to do it now. It's like a side quest. Well, maybe we'll do it at some point, but I'm not getting involved in that right now because for the moment, we have a mission. So, if you've never played Skyrim before, this ultimately right here is where we're trying to go. it's telling us to go here first because I think it wants you to not try and scale this mountain because it's not possible. What we have to do is go all the way around the mountain, go to this place called Ivarstead, and then climb what Jarl Balgruuf was referring to as the 7,000 steps. Obviously, we don't have any more locations activated close to it, so we're going to be footing it. We're going to be going on foot. I guess in theory what we could do is take a carriage to Windhelm and then just like walk down here, but honestly, that's the coward's way to do it. You know what? Let's just go ahead and go full tilt and let's just go ahead and walk. Let's walk all the way to Ivarstead. It's a long journey. My goal is to get there by the end of this episode. We'll see how that goes. If if there's like a lull and we really just need to not show this entire journey, then I'll just cut it out. One thing that would actually make our journey a lot faster, I don't know why I didn't travel to the stables first, is to purchase a horse. And I would imagine that some people watching this would probably cringe really hard at the fact about the amount of gold that I'm about to spend on a horse. But for the sake of the playthrough, we're gonna just go ahead and suck it up and buy the horse. It's 1,000 gold. So I know that we'll definitely be getting some better horses. Ooh, she's pretty. She needs a name. Normally I get there's like a pale one. Normally it feels. Oh, come on. Jeez. Okay. Leave, please. There we go. So obviously there are some much better horses that you can get later on in the game, but that's going to be a while before we get to those things, so we're just going to go ahead and buy one. She needs a name. I don't know what her... Let's see. What would her name be? She is really dark. Maybe something like Midnight? No, that's like something you would name like a black cat or something, like Midnight or Luna or something like that. What would she be? Hunting Brew Meadery, we've discovered that. That's cool. Let's see. Maybe, well, we're focusing... Let's see, which way do we go? Oh, these signs are really helpful, so Ivarstead is this way. So we're focusing on destruction magic. See, this is the one thing about a horse, though. You have to actually, like, get off the horse every single time to defeat stuff, and it takes a long time. Ooh, death animation. Alright, so we are focusing on destruction magic. And, did you run away? What kind of horse are you? Have we just not bonded with you enough yet? I thought the horses usually helped you fight. Also, I know that there are locations we can discover along the way, like caves and stuff like that, but unless they are literally right off the road, I am not bothering with it because this is a long enough journey as it is. Maybe one day we'll go back and do some of it off camera, but it's just not worth it. Like, I can see the standing stone up there. If you look at the compass, that tall stone thing, like, that's a standing stone, so it can give you an ability, but I like our standing stone better. This one that's up here is, it's called the Ritual Stone, I think, and its power is useless. First of all, we're focusing on magic, so we can get that ability anyway. The ability... Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I've contracted rock joint. Hang on, what does that do? Rock joint. Oh man. 25% less effective with melee weapons. Alright. We're definitely gonna need our melee skills, I think. So, I'm gonna... Do we have any potions of cure disease? I really don't think we do. Oh my gosh, quit jumping around. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go back into town and get a potion of cure disease. I will see you guys in just a moment. Alright, so we're pretty close to where we were, and this is an interesting little random encounter that you can have with a guy named Mike the Liar.
Why do soldiers bother with target practice? One learns best by hitting real people.
And he'll just give you one-liners like that until you can't talk to him anymore.
Something strange happens to Khajiit when they arrive in Skyrim.
You gonna elaborate on that a little bit?
Mike has heard the people of Skyrim are better looking than the ones in Cyrodiil. He has no opinion on the matter. All people are beautiful to him.
Oh, thanks.
Mike is tired now. Go bother somebody else.
Yeah, so he will appear randomly until you exhaust all of those options. The only thing you can really learn about him is that, and that he's got some skooma, which, in case you didn't know, is basically drugs in Skyrim. It's like alcohol, sort of like a drink made from moon sugar, which is a drug, and it's pretty shady. I feel like, isn't there a quest at some point that has something to do with moon sugar? Am I remembering that incorrectly? I don't remember. I feel like there was this big quest and you had to go, like, infiltrate this dungeon or jail or something that had something to do with drugs or moon sugar or something along those lines. I'm not entirely remembering. But yeah, we're just going to continue along the road, and we do see some towers up ahead. I'm debating in my mind right now as to whether or not we're actually going to engage with the things that we will find here, and the answer that I'm giving myself is yes, I think we will. I think we will go ahead and do the thing that's at this tower, because it really shouldn't take too terribly long, if I'm remembering correctly, and the rewards aren't too terrible, again, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh gosh, this person's coming after us. Hang on. We're gonna save, or not. Yeah, we're gonna save first, because I feel like I remember this being really super difficult. Let's kill this biatch before she kills our horse. Unlike Shadowmare, which is a horse you can get later in the day, this horse can die, I think. Hang on one second. Sorry about that, guys. My sister came in here looking for yarn. Fun fact, both of us know how to knit. I prefer crochet personally because I think it's a lot easier. I see you, Trap. I see you. If I could just center on you. But anyway, so my mom really likes, Hannah, my sister and I both know how to make these like dishcloth sort of things, like wash rags or whatever for the kitchen. And my mom really, really likes them. And Hannah, what is happening? Oh, can you go away? Who are we being detected by other than the horse? Oh, are you gonna bug out? Oh man, I really shouldn't have come outside. Okay, horsey, you cannot go upstairs, I don't think. Oh no, are we stuck? Am I gonna... Okay, first, oh my gosh, this horse is gonna get us killed. Alright, let's get off the horse. I just needed to ride her to move her out of the way. We've now been detected by everybody, so we're just gonna fight our way through, I guess. Maybe we can kind of re-stealth, but I think the horse might be ruining that. I'm not entirely sure. Let's wait a second here and see if we can re-stealth. Nope. There we go. This is not a good... Oh my gosh, this is a really, really bad situation. The bandit chief, we got... Oh my gosh, this is a really, really bad situation. Man, followers, man. And the horse is kind of like a follower, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let's heal ourselves real quick because I think we do have some more enemies. Like, oh great, now our magic has run out. Oh, we've got a, I can hear somebody with the arrows. This is just not a good situation. And they're gonna kill my horse, which I just paid 1,000 gold for. This horse can die. Let's see, where is this happening? Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. Okay, oh jeez, am I stuck? Okay, stairs in Skyrim are really, oh, well, I just wasted half my, alright, off you go, goodbye, get out. Jeez Louise, well, at least we got a level up out of it. I'm gonna be really mad if the horse was actually killed. I don't think it was. I really hope not, but that would really suck. Alright, let's go ahead and run across here. I really want to try and get some sneak points up, but I feel like we were already discovered, and actually I think everybody's dead. They all came over here, so we're just going to go ahead and run up here and see if there's any loot that we can get from in this little building here. Not a whole ton. We do have some garlic and a potion of minor healing, frost merium, and elf's ear. We will go ahead and take that. There is a chest right here that has a novice lock, so we can go ahead and open this one right up. Well, maybe open it right up, but probably not. There we go. We got ourselves some armor, gold, ingot, lockpick, stamina. Very nice. Sort of. I mean, that actually really wasn't that nice, but that's okay. I do see another potion of minor healing in here, so we will take that. I see a skill book, the Black Arrow, which increases our archery. I do know that we have a level up. We're not doing it yet. We've got our master chest here with some stuff in it. Our carry weight's already running kind of low. Spell Tome, Reanimate, Course. I will learn that. And Staff of Fury. Very, very nice. Anything at the very top here? I think there is, if I'm remembering correctly. Yes, there is a bow. A Sanctified Hunting Bow. So the enchantment on the bow that's up here is random, but you will always get an enchanted bow up here. So undead up to level 7 flee for 30 seconds. Actually, now that I think about it, the enchantment might not be random, but I think the name of it is, because I think sometimes I've gotten that bow and it's called like Blessed Hunting Bow or something like that. It's a cool little enchantment. Oh, did I miss this earlier? I did. Cool. It's a cool little enchantment. It's not one that I ever use, so we're just going to disenchant that whenever we get back to wherever it was we were, that we can do that. I guess probably Whiterun. We're probably getting close on carry weight here. Yeah. Didn't mean to take that. Alright, what can we drop? Anything less than 50 is gone. Dagger, mace. Yeah, anything that is worth less than 50 that we are not using, we are dropping to give us some carry weight. And we may as well drop the war axes too. That's good enough for now. Okay, good. Our horse didn't die. She did. Thank you, horsey. You did kill this bandit for me. Anything over 50 here? Yes. Perfect. Alright. Let's get this show on the road. Hi, editing Rachel here. So, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that the episode is ending here. The rest of what was going to be this episode will be uploaded as a bonus episode on Saturday, which will be tomorrow if you're watching this live. And then we'll return to a normal episode on Monday. If you're not interested in hearing the explanation, then that's perfectly fine. Thanks for stopping by. Click all the buttons down below. You know what to do. And stay sharp. I'll see you next time. But for those of you who are interested in these kinds of explanations, like I would be if I'm watching somebody that I like on YouTube, here we go. So, somehow, I got it in my head that I could talk to Jarl Balgruuf to sum things up after we killed the dragon in the last episode, sell all the stuff I needed to sell in Whiterun, listen in on whatever conversation that was we listened in on, fight the bandits at the Valtheim Towers or whatever they're called, and make it all the way to Ivarstead within about 40 minutes. Now, if I were doing this on my own and not recording for YouTube, all of that would probably take me over an hour because I like to, as I'm on the road to Ivarstead, sorry, I have to cough. Sorry. As I'm on the road to Ivarstead, I like to explore the locations along the way. I don't usually do it fully, but I'll stop at a location here and there. And, you know, it takes me a while to get to Ivarstead because of that. When I was filming this episode, I was saying to myself, like, I really want to grab every single cave and whatever along the way, but I'm not going to do that because sake of time. We can come back to those locations later if they're really that important, but most of them are not that big of a deal. Even though I think I stopped to grab like one location, maybe two. It took me 40 minutes to get from leaving the Whiterun stables to Ivarstead. 40 minutes of filming. Why? Because I had 17 random encounters. I went back and watched the footage. 17. Now, random encounters, not all of them were violent. We did see Maik the Liar. So that was a random encounter, but that's not violent. We saw a mercenary, which is not violent. We saw some revelers, which is not violent. And I think that was it. I think every other encounter was violent. We had an assassin, we had a thief, we had tons of wolves, a couple of saber-toothed tigers, a frostbite spider. Ridiculousness. So many random encounters. I have never had that many random events or encounters on my way to Ivarstead. Ever. In case you weren't aware, the way random encounters work, there are like 150 or something preset locations in the game where you can experience a random event like that. Like, they're not all violent, but some of them are, like being attacked by animals and stuff like that. But they're not all going to activate every single time you go near it. It is kind of random, but they're at preset locations. I must have activated every single one. So, that is why this episode took like an hour of film time. And that is why I am breaking this episode into two. The episode you just saw was a full episode. It was like 32 minutes before I started talking just now. The one you will see, if you're watching this live, the next one you'll see will be like a half episode, and I'll include all the footage from the rest of my journey to Ivarstead, and it will end with us getting to Ivarstead. And then on Monday, I will have another full-length, regular episode between 30 and 45 minutes. So, I just wanted to rant a little bit, I guess, about the ridiculous number of random encounters that we had on our way to Ivarstead, because holy cow, I've never had that many random events or encounters on the way to Ivarstead in my entire life. So, if you're interested in seeing that footage, it will be out tomorrow. It'll be probably, I think it'll be like a 15-minute, like half episode sort of thing. Other than that, I'll see you guys on Monday. Thank you for listening to my little rant here. If you have any input or anything like that, please let me know. Oh, also, by the way, for some of the stuff that I upload in this half episode tomorrow, some of the random encounters I am cutting out, like killing, I think, like a frostbite spider or something, because I didn't have any commentary, because what my plan was to, I was basically just going to kind of check in at little intervals along the way and cut a bunch out so that the road to Ivarstead wouldn't be so long. But there were just so many random encounters, and I did go ahead and commentate on most of them, but there are a couple of them I didn't commentate on, so you probably won't actually see all 17 random encounters that I had. It'll just be some of them, so hopefully you enjoy that half episode tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this episode today. If you have any feedback, feel free to leave it in the comments section below, and you can click all the buttons down there. You know what to do for the notifications and all the stuff. You can figure that out. Stay sharp, everybody, and I will see you in the next one.